Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Jen Ah. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7. Starting off with business, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. For those who run Airbnbs, Clark County amended its short-term rental ordinance, taking out a requirement that applications be signed under penalty of perjury. In addition, inspectors will now have to provide a 48-hour notice and limit inspections to areas of homes used by tenants. Parties still won't be allowed, but the amendment clarifies the language relying on existing code to regulate noise, lighting, and air quality standards. A ribbon cutting was held Tuesday for a 50,000 square foot flight training and simulation facility. The CAE training facility, located near Harry Reid International Airport, is helping to train more than 2,500 pilots each year. The center features 7 simulators for luxury-focused planes, which train pilots to face scenarios such as engine failures and flying through hazardous conditions. In more top stories, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. Robert Tellis appeared in court this morning for a hearing on whether or not he'll be able to access the devices of slain Las Vegas reporter Jeff Gehrman. Review-Journal's Renee Summerhour has more.
That's right. Attorneys representing the Las Vegas Review-Journal requested multiple injunctions on the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department search and seizure of devices belonging to Gehrman. After Tellis filed several subpoenas in March, attorneys representing the RJ filed a motion to quash Tellis's subpoenas. Tellis filed a motion to compel in response, asking the court to acknowledge his subpoenas and let him have access to Gehrman's devices so that he can collect evidence to build his defense ahead of his trial. But today, that request seemed to change.
Implicit and explicitly in my motion is the intent to not request anything that came from Mr. Gehrman's devices whatsoever.
Tellis also during the hearing requesting to be moved to a different unit to provide him with more safety, rec time, and time for more research.
All I'm asking again is that we open a dialogue to see about other means for housing that are less restrictive.
That motion was rejected.
The court is not going to tell the sheriff how to run his jail.
Both sides will have another chance to make their arguments in 2 weeks, now scheduled for April 19th.
And U.S. Senator Jackie Rosen officially launches her 2024 campaign for re-election today, touting accomplishments such as rebuilding infrastructure and capping insulin costs for seniors. She says she wants to lower costs for the middle class, defend abortion rights, tackle climate crisis, and protect Social Security and Medicare. While the Nevada Republican Party State Senator Rosen stands up only for far-left Democrat Socialist Nevadans, she was ranked as the 9th most bipartisan senator for the 2021 congressional session. And we're now looking into how Nevada uses more than its tiny share of the Colorado River through water recycling, which allows Nevada to pull extra water for every gallon recycled and returned to the lake, using nearly 60% more water over the last 3 years than its legal allotment. However, senators are still calling for the National Park Service to use some of its $1.5 billion Natural Disaster Recovery Fund to address Lake Mead's shrinking shoreline. In weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every blooming thing. It's looking like our chilly nights are almost coming to a close. Temps in the 50s set to cool to the 40s in a few hours with clear skies. On Thursday, sunny skies with a high of 68 and low of 47 degrees. Then some clouds come through on Friday and Saturday, but with highs reaching the 70s and lows in the 50s. By Sunday, we may reach the 80s with more sunshine, possibly even the 90s for your next work week.
Sports brought to you by Station Casino's STN Sports. Download the app today. The 2023 NFL Draft is just over 3 weeks away, so NFL reporter Adam Hill tells us what he thinks the Raiders could do with the number 7 overall pick.
So if one of the top 3 quarterbacks fall, and I talk about the 3 quarterbacks, I'm not talking about Will Levis. It's the other 3 that are up there, Richardson, Young, and Stroud. If one of those 3 fall, I think you have to make a decision. But to me, it's best defensive player available. And I'm looking at one of the quarterbacks, Gonzalez or Witherspoon, or Will Anderson falls. That would be a dream scenario for the Raiders.
In Health, sponsored by Boulder City Hospital. We're here for you when you need us. A bill to allow terminally ill patients to end their lives is headed to a vote in the state Senate. Senate Bill 239 would allow patients to be provided with lethal drugs from a medical practitioner. Those in favor argue it's to relieve suffering. Those opposed argue physicians can't reliably predict how long a patient has to live. And maybe it's time to put down your phone. Another study finds less social media can improve your health. This latest study from Swansea University found reducing social media use by just 15 minutes a day can improve general health, immune function, and symptoms of depression.
Sports betting brought to you by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. Circa Sports is offering several props for the Masters, which starts Thursday at Augusta National Golf Club. Will there be a hole-in-one? Yes is a -190 favorite and no is +165. There is also a prop on whether there will be a playoff in this year's tournament, with no at -455 and yes at +365. Tiger Woods is +350 to finish in the top 20 and -435 to land outside of it.
In Entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's, has live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. For some 80s nostalgia, look no further than the Strip. Review Journal's John Katsamidas reports on 2 upcoming shows.
Break out the Varnays and the Vans. The 1980s are back on the Las Vegas Strip. 2 icons of that decade are headlining on the Strip this year. First up, it's Rob Lowe, the former Brat Packer, on June 9th and 10th at the Summit Showroom. Then on November 11th and 12th at the Venetian Theatre, it's REO Speedwagon dusting off High Infidelity for 2 nights. Kevin Cronin told me about this back in February, and it's going to be High Infidelity one set and a whole bunch of hits in the second set.
And for a taste of the Big Apple, a restaurant called Cathedral is coming to the Aria on the Strip. Inspired by the New York City restaurant with the same name, Cathedral will feature dishes from coastal Spain, France, Italy, and Greece. Signature dishes include this salt-baked branzino and omelet topped with caviar. This fine dining spot is set to open May 1st. Thank you for watching 7 at 7. If you have a Roku device, just search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you tomorrow for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.